Hola amigos, espero y disfruten de mi siguiente receta.
Pues hola para todos mis amigos de Facebook y YouTube. Aquí estamos echándole ganas al próximo video que tenemos. Y ahorita les vamos a dar una receta muy rica que la va a hacer mi sobrino Patricio. Él le toca hacer la receta, pero pues yo aquí les quiero decir que pues nos sigan en nuestro canal de YouTube, Recetas Caseras de mi Familia. También pues yo quiero darle muchas las gracias por ahí a Sani Salas, Sani Caballero de San Diego, California, que me ha mandado estas rosas, miren qué hermosas, desde San Diego, que me llegaron anoche a las 12 de la noche. A esa hora llegaron mis rosas. Y muchas gracias. Y también la quiero felicitar porque es su cumpleaños y happy birthday a Sani, que la queremos mucho aquí en Phoenix, Arizona. Así es de que por aquí estamos y pues ahorita va mi sobrino pues a dar la receta. Así es de que pues vénganse para acá. Pues aquí estamos ya pues con todos los ingredientes, mi sobrino y yo, Patricio. Y como miran pues estamos en casa de Patricio y Esmeralda Valtierra. Pues muchas gracias por invitarnos en realidad porque pues aquí es donde se va a hacer la receta y mi sobrino Patricio pues es el que les va a dar pues todo el dato.
So today we're going to make a 3-meat chili. Basic ingredients are stew meat, ground beef, Italian hot sausage, 2 red bell peppers, 2 jalapenos, 3 poblano or pasilla peppers, 3 Anaheims, head of garlic, a yellow onion, 1 cup of chicken broth, 2 cans of kidney beans, 2 cans of pinto beans. You need 1 can of tomato paste, 1 can of diced fire roasted chili tomatoes, 2 cans of tomato sauce. I use beer. When I mix with it, you can use any beer you want. Tonight we're going to use Bud Light. Then you're going to have black pepper, cumin, paprika, garlic powder, kosher salt, chili powder, coriander, onion powder, and cayenne pepper. And then we're gonna garnish it with pepper jack cheese and either crackers or Fritos. And so the first thing that we have to do before we start anything is we have to take the Anaheims and the poblanos and we have to take them and roast them, and we're going to do that outside on the grill. So now that we've washed the chilies, we're going to take the Anaheims and the poblano pasillas and we're going to roast them.
Bueno, pues aquí estamos en esta rica lumbradita porque sí que aquí en Phoenix, Arizona, pues sí que está bien frillito. Ahorita está like a 50, estamos como a 50 Fahrenheit, así es de que está bastante frillito. Así es de que, pero miren nada más esta lumbradita que tenemos por aquí y esto pues nos está calentando por aquí muy bien la lumbradita. Así es de que aquí seguimos grabando para ustedes y pues suscríbanse a mi canal. Ahí estamos.
Okay, so now that we've roasted the chilies, we're gonna take them, we're gonna put them in a plastic bag. We're gonna let them cool probably about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Then we've got to peel them and de-seed them. But while these are cooling, we're gonna go inside and we're gonna chop up the other vegetables and get ready. All right, so we brought the chilies in, they're gonna cool. While they're cooling, we're gonna go ahead and rinse the jalapeno, the bell pepper, and we're gonna chop them up, get them cubed up, and then we're gonna chop up the onion. Then when they're done, the cooling, we'll deseed them and chop them, and then we'll get started making the chili. So we've rinsed the vegetables, and we're going to start chopping the bell pepper and the jalapenos. Okay, so now we've diced up the onion and the peppers and the jalapeno. We've peeled the chilies. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and clean them with all the seeds. If you really want a super hot chili, then you can not clean the chilies and just put them in. But we're gonna clean them and then we're gonna dice them just to get the seeds so it's not as hot. And then we're gonna cut these up and we'll get ready to start the chili. So we've got all the vegetables cut up, and before we start that, when you buy the typical cube steak from a store, it's a little bit thicker than what you need. And we're gonna wanna cut this probably into quarters. So you're gonna cut it one way and then cut it again in half, because you're gonna want these to be in a little bit smaller bits so that they're not so tough and chewy. Okay, so we've got all the vegetables chopped. We went ahead and cut the meat a little bit ahead of time. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on medium heat, and we're gonna put, I don't know, a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of oil. We're gonna let the pot get a little bit warm. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all of our vegetables, we're gonna put them in there. We're gonna go ahead and cook them till they caramelize, which is about 5 minutes. And then we'll move forward with adding the meat. So let this get a little bit warm there. And we'll start with the onion. Take the jalapenos and the bell pepper. We'll take all of our roasted chilies and the garlic. And we're gonna cook this caramelize it, probably gonna be about 5 minutes. And while that's doing, I wanna recognize the YouTube channel and Facebook for Recetas Caseras de mi Familia. You'll subscribe, you get this cookbook, and over 470 recipes are already on the channel. So again, if you want this recipe and many others, subscribe to Recetas Caseras de mi Familia. All right, so it's been about 5 minutes. The vegetables are really good and cooked and caramelized. So now we're gonna start adding the meat. The first one's gonna be the ground chuck. And we're gonna cook this for about a minute. And we're also gonna go ahead and add the garlic powder in at that time, just two teaspoons. And we're gonna cook this for about 2 minutes, and then we'll start adding all the rest of the meat. So it's been about 2 minutes and we started getting the beef going. Now we're gonna add the rest of the meat. We're gonna add the 2 pounds of ground beef. And we're gonna add the 1 pound of Italian hot sausage. And we're gonna cook this until it's brown. And then we'll start adding the other ingredients. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes. All the meat, ground beef, sausage is nice and brown, and that's what we want. So now we're gonna go ahead and add all the other ingredients. So now we're gonna add, with juice, the 2 cans of kidney beans. And we're gonna add the fire roasted tomatoes with their juice. We're gonna add the 2 cans of pinto beans with their juice. We're gonna add the 2 cans of tomato sauce. We're gonna add the tomato paste. Make sure you get all of that. And then we're gonna add the 1 cup of the chicken broth. We're gonna add Bud Light. You can use any beer you want. You can use a pale ale or a lager. If you use a darker beer, it's gonna make it a little bit sweeter. So since I drink Bud Light, I'm adding Bud Light. And then now we're gonna add all of our spices. So you have 3 tablespoons of chili powder. You have 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. You have 2 teaspoons of cumin, 2 teaspoons of coriander, 2 teaspoons of paprika, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, and 2 teaspoons of black pepper. And you're gonna put this on a low heat and you're gonna let it simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour. And before we go, you've got to get this recipe, subscribe to the YouTube and channel of Recetas Caseras de mi Familia, and you'll get this book. You'll get over 470 recipes on the channel, plus whatever's in here. Again, if you want this, subscribe to the YouTube of Recetas Caseras de mi Familia. All right, so we got about 10 minutes left for the simmering of the chili, and we're gonna go ahead and start getting ready to do the toppings. So we have our cheese. I prefer pepper jack cheese. So we're going to go ahead and grate that up so that when we go to serve it, we can put it on top. Okay, so the chili's actually simmered for about an hour, hour and a half, and now it's time to serve it. We're gonna serve it 2 different ways. So the first way we're gonna serve it, we're gonna get some good broth and chili in here. And we're gonna add a little bit of cheese. And then they're gonna eat it with crackers. The other way we're gonna do is we're gonna serve it up. We're gonna add the cheese. And we're gonna add some Fritos so that every time they get a bite, it's going to be a little bit of a crunch.
Aquí estamos listos para probar el 3 meat chili. Y vamos a darle machaca aquí, a ver cómo quedó. Chulada,
y aquí estamos. Y por primera vez mi esposo y yo pues probando la comida. Así es de que aquí estamos con la comida de mi sobrino Patricio. Así es de que aquí estamos. Y muchas gracias a Esmeralda Valtierra, a toda la familia Valtierra. Así es de que por aquí vamos. Vámonos
vamos a darle machaca.
A probar. Tú vas a probarlo con tostitos por
fritos.
Ahí. Y, sí, y yo con...
Ahí. ¿No? ¿Cómo está?
Perfecto.
A los 10 millones.
10 millones. Vámonos. Riquísimo. Gracias a Patricio y de Esmeralda, porque esto está riquísimo. De verdad que está buenísimo.
Es una chulada.
Al millón, amor.
No, 5 millones. 10 millones. Suscríbanse al canal, denle like al video, toquen la campanita para que sigan viendo nuestro video. Compartan el video y nos vemos para el siguiente y arre.